Welcome to Rowdy and Real with me, Sophie Shaw, hypnotherapist, Reiki master teacher, wellbeing coach and slight loose cannon. I'll be sharing some life lessons and wisdom from the real world. If nothing else, it'll take your mind off your problems for a bit. And if we're really lucky, you might even hear something that helps you to make it better. So stick around for real talk, real growth and some probable bad language. Let's dive in, shall we? Hi, welcome to another episode of this podcast, which is now in full flow, episode 2. Today I wanted to talk about something that is a really useful trick if you can master it, and it's how to feel good when you feel bad. I know that sounds like a total contradiction in terms, and it may seem like it's completely impossible, but I tell you now that this is a trick that will unlock so much for you. And I'm going to state right up front that this is something I personally have to keep learning and relearning, because believe it or not, I'm not a naturally positive person. Dun, dun, dun. I know, I'm just not. I've had to really learn how to be positive. So the lesson that I have to keep learning and relearning is that in order to have the good stuff you want, you have to feel good first. You have to feel good first, and then the good stuff arrives. Now, if you're anything like me, then you probably will be getting it arse about face. In other words, you feel like you can't feel good because you haven't got the thing that you want, which is, the money or the relationship or the body you want or the career you want. All those things are things you haven't got, and so you can't feel good. But the thing is, why do you want those things? Why do you want them in the first place? The only reason that you want those things in the first place is because you believe that when you've got those things, you'll feel good. You'll feel good when those things arrive in your world. But the trouble is, this is the really annoying bit, while you're feeling bad about not having those things, you're pushing those things further and further away from you. Oh, it's so annoying. Basically, you're just rehearsing over and over the sensation of not having. I mean, it's like, you're literally saying to the universe, and by the way, to your extremely obedient mind, I'm just reminding you I don't have what I want. So, your mind, which will obey whatever you tell it, believe it or not, your mind will just kind of go, okay, you haven't got what you want. Got it. Understood. And the universe will comply as well. It will just say, okay, got it. You haven't got what you want. We understand. So, it's a paradox, because how can you feel good when you're feeling bad? How can you feel good when you don't like what you've got or when you haven't got the thing that you want? And more importantly, how can you get the things or the thing that you want if feeling bad repels it? So let me offer you some guidance about how to get more of the things that you want. The answer, as always, is gratitude, appreciation, and love. These are the magical ingredients that unlock everything in the universe, in your world, in your daily life. Gratitude, appreciation, and love. Basically, it's finding anything at all in your life right now that you can appreciate and feel grateful for, and then just milking that for all it's worth. There have been endless studies about the power of gratitude that show that, some of the most successful people on the planet, they consistently report feelings of gratitude. And not just feelings of gratitude, but an active practice of gratitude. So, for example, you may have a gratitude journal. I have a gratitude journal, and I write my gratitudes every morning and every evening. Just in case you are new to the concept of a gratitude journal, it's basically just, a little book, fancy piece of paper, or just writing things on your mirror. Just a few things in the morning and a few things in the evening that you are grateful for that day. And it can be anything. It could be, I'm grateful I got a good night's sleep, or I'm grateful for the roof over my head, or I'm grateful that the sun is shining. I mean, obviously, that's not one if you're in the UK. Sorry about the weather. But then, you have to be grateful for the rain as well, because the rain gives us all of this lush greenery and everything. So, I write my gratitudes every morning and every evening. But I have to admit, sometimes it can get a little bit routine, like a little bit like blah, blah, blah. Yes, I'm writing my gratitudes. Good morning, blah, blah, blah. Good night, blah, blah, blah. So that's not really going to cut it. It's better than nothing, but it's the feeling that's the real rocket fuel. That's the juice. That's what draws what you want irresistibly to you. That's the law of attraction in practice. The feeling, it can be created from anything, anywhere, at any time. In other words, you are the vehicle. So everywhere you go, everything that you see and experience throughout your day, find something to appreciate about it. It might be that, you're walking down the street and somebody walks towards you with a dress on that you think is really pretty. Appreciate that. Feel the feeling of appreciation. Actively and consciously fire it up in your body. Make it as strong as you possibly can. The point I'm trying to make is that the good feeling starts within you, within your mind, within your intention. So, in fact, you don't even need to leave your house. You don't even need to leave your room. In order to be happy, you don't need your external circumstances to change. I mean, I know that sounds crazy, but just think about it for a minute. If you've ever just been daydreaming and remembered something funny that happened, someone told you a really hilarious joke, or your kid pulled a face that was the cutest, or your cat fell over, or something, brilliant. And you just laughed to yourself, or you smiled from ear to ear as if that thing had just happened right now. Or can you remember the first time that you kissed someone? I mean, gosh, I'm remembering it now and kind of blushing like a teenager just thinking about it, because it's such a positively, emotionally charged memory. And it feels really fresh, even though it happened from years ago. And I'm sure that you also have rehearsed in your mind lots of other less good feeling thoughts. Like, I'm sure you've thought to yourself about how, you're not good enough to have what you want. You haven't got the skills, or you haven't got the dedication, or you're not working hard enough, or somehow you are not good enough. And how does that feel? I mean, it feels shit, right? The point is, nothing in your external circumstances actually changed. But what did change was what you were thinking about, and that was enough to completely change how you feel and completely change your energy. So you were thinking something that was wonderful, and you suddenly were alive and blushing like a teenager and full of positive energy, or you were thinking something, self-beating, self-critical, and you felt small and, less than. So, not to state the obvious, but feeling bad is not an effective strategy to get what you want. Feeling bad accomplishes more feeling bad. So it doesn't get you what you want. Hustle doesn't work. Self-criticism doesn't work. Pushing yourself to burnout doesn't work. Beating yourself up. None of these are effective strategies to get what you want. If you are new to hearing about the law of attraction, the very best place to start is with Abraham Hicks. Please check out anything written or spoken by Abraham Hicks. They are the source. And this is what they have to say about abundance. Abundance does not appear in one's life because of hard work or good luck or favoritism. Abundance is simply the universe's response to consistent thoughts and feelings of abundance. That's Abraham Hicks. So it begins with you. It begins with you feeling good first, and the rest follows after that. Now, I know that's not the whole story. It is very simple, but it's not always that easy. I mean, if it was that easy, we would all, be living in utter bliss 24/7. So I know that it can be really challenging to try and feel good when you feel bad. It might even feel impossible. If that's the case for you, I'm sending you such a big squeeze and a big hug right now, because we've all been there and it feels horrible. And it feels impossible to feel like you could try and lift yourself out of that. It's like being told to smile. I mean, honestly, that brings out such a viscerally oppositional response in me. But I digress. If you are feeling crappy at the moment, just remember, please, you can start from wherever you are. Okay? Whatever level you consider yourself to be at, even if you feel like you're at rock bottom, you can start from there just to feel a little bit better. So don't expect yourself to feel blissful when you feel desperate or in despair. Wherever you're at, you can always go up a little bit from there. There's always something to appreciate. There's always something to feel good about, to feel grateful for. And as soon as you start to look for it, I mean, that really is the thing that unlocks it. The moment that you just decide, I'm going to look for something to feel grateful for, something to appreciate, something to love, you'll find more and more. The universe will serve up little things for you to appreciate. Start small if you have to, and work your way up from there. Start really small if you have to, like a good breakfast or a soft pillow or a good TV program. Whatever it is, just make sure that you are milking it for all it's worth, feeling the juice of that good feeling. And it will gradually, slowly help you to start working your way up, like rungs on a ladder. And I know you can do this. Even if you feel like you can't, I absolutely have faith in you. You've got this. So, my love, look, you deserve happiness. If finding it on your own is proving too challenging, then let yourself be helped and supported. That in itself is a gesture of love and appreciation. We can all use a cheerleader. I love a cheerleader, frankly. Anyway, that's what I'm here for. So, I'm sending you lots and lots of love. Hugely grateful for you. Lots of love and appreciation. Big squeeze. And I'll see you soon. Thanks for listening to Rowdy and Real with me, Sophie Shaw. This podcast is intended for educational and vaguely entertaining purposes and is not a replacement for counselling, psychotherapy or coaching. Please take responsibility for your mental health and ask for the help you need. You're fabulous and you deserve to be happy. If you'd like to stay in touch, then please visit norwichtherapy.co.uk and join the mailing list to receive a gorgeous free meditation straight into your inbox. And if you'd like to chat with me about your stuff, then please book yourself a free 30-minute call at sophieshaw.as.me/free call, and we'll start making a plan for your happiness. Bye!